Hi, this is Paul Carlson, CPA with law firm Velocity. We get two very difficult questions from law firms that bill based on flat fees. That most of our firms are in states where prepaid flat fees can be deposited to the operating account and reported as revenue in the month of the deposit. That the prepaid flat fees do not have to be deposited into IOLTA, and that kind of leads to a couple accounting puzzles. So first is if a firm will accept a $5,000 prepaid flat fee for an estate plan, that in the back of their mind, the owners know that they owe services to clients, but they really don't have a dollar amount on the amount of work that they owe to other people. So they're often asking, well, how do I know how much work that I owe to my clients based on these flat fees in my operating account? I want some sort of gauge to know how we're doing on basically clearing the backlog or delivering the promised services to their clients. And then second, as their firms grow, the owners want to know how much do we collect per each timekeeper. That most practice management systems, when you put in a flat fee, that you say that you have a matter, is $5,000 is a flat fee, and you assign a matter owner, and the full $5,000 fee is allocated to usually the lead attorney. Well, what's happened within the matters is that the attorney will do $3,000 of the work, and the paralegal will get $2,000. So the attorney's collections are overstated, and all of the paralegals and support staff have zero collections, and we really don't know how everyone is doing. And then an additional wrinkle is that we will track the amount of time that timekeepers will put against a matter, and that usually does not tie to the flat fee charged. And we need some way to true up instances where the actual time that went into the matter exceeds or is less than the flat fee charged to the client. So what we're doing is we're using a general retainer process to trick the practice management system into giving us these reports. So general retainer background is some states allow law firms to deposit prepayments for hourly work directly into their operating account. And what that does is that really mirrors what our flat fee firms are doing that put their flat fees into operating. So let's jump over to practice management system and walk through a couple examples that we're going to do 3 steps. So one is we're going to record the client payment as a general retainer, and then look at the associated reports. We're going to enter some time entries and look at the reports, and then we're going to bill out the matter and look at reports. Okay, and so here we are within the practice management system, and all we've done here is we created the matter with the matter name, and we've posted the general retainer that we received from the client. So this is the matter setup. If we look at a report of general retainers, we can see the report that says that we have a $5,000 general retainer on hand with the client, so we can track that detail. All right, and so here we look at the firm income statement, and we can show that the $5,000 prepaid flat fee is showing up as earned revenue for the month. And let's look at the collections report. And so here we show no biller activity on the matter, that there's been no work completed, so we expect that there's no billed amounts, no collected amounts. This unbilled is for other transactions that are in my sample file. So the next step is to post time into the matter. All right, and here's our time entry for our $4,000 worth of paralegal work. And here's our time entry for the $3,000 worth of attorney services on the matter. All right, so let's walk through our reports again. So here we have the matter summary, that we have the general retainer of $5,000. We have fees into the matter of $7,000. That in our example, we're going to go $2,000 over and then fix it. Update our general retainer balances. So here we can see that we have our $5,000 general retainer on the matter, and that we have $7,000 of unbilled charges or $7,000 worth of WIP on the matter. Our accounting report, that by posting time is not an accounting entry under modified cash basis accounting, And so all we're still reporting is our $5,000 general retainer. And here we're looking at our collections report. And so here we show that we have the $4,000 of paralegal time as billable and the $3,000 worth of attorney time as billable. That we're going to learn as these billable and billed numbers can't be trusted much, that what we need to do is focus on the collected number. And again, sample transaction has something strange in here for negative $500. So what we kind of walk through is we've shown how we can see that there's time against the matter. So the final step is to go ahead and bill the matter and apply the fees to the general retainer. So we are going to invoice the matter, and this is where we know that we're over, and at this point I would suggest that the firm owner or the attorney responsible for the matter would sit down and look at the settings to see why did we go $2,000 over on the matter. And so from our spreadsheet, we know that the paralegal was over by $2,000 on their time. So we're going to change that time entry, and we're going to say we can only bill 20 hours. And so what we're doing is we're basically posting a write-off that we put 40 hours in. We're going to say we can only bill 20. And so now our work in progress matches the flat fee. So we're going to save and approve the invoice. All right, so let's walk through our reports again. So here we're back at the matter summary. Now our general retainer balance has dropped to 0. We've received a $5,000 payment. We can see that our fees have dropped to the $5,000 that we wrote off the $2,000 overage. Update our general retainer balance report. And so that matter has now cleared out, that we have no general retainer and we have no WIP. Accounting, we still show our $5,000 worth of income. And here's what we've been waiting for. We're looking for collected numbers. Here we can see that the attorney collected $3,000 on the matter and that the paralegal collected $2,000 on the matter. And this is what we're really looking for, is truthful or accurate collected numbers that actually tie back to the flat fees actually collected from each of the timekeepers. That there is a lag, that these collected numbers don't post until the matter is actually completed and billed. But even with that lag, we're starting to get numbers that are meaningful. And if you're watching the details closely, I ran that invoice for the wrong date. And so everything posted in October 19th, which is why we had to change this date a bit. And the year dates are just based on other examples. And with that, we've walked through how we can use the general retainer process within Action Step to monitor real collected numbers by timekeeper, and how we can use general retainers and work in progress numbers to track how much unearned general retainer we have on matters and how much unbilled work we have on flat fee matters. Thanks. Bye-bye.